Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Hey guys, so we're back with another video, and it is finally 2020. It has been a hot minute since I have made a video, and that's just because I've been really stressed out about it. Haven't been able to figure out what I wanted to do and really working myself about it, but here I am. I'm excited to get back into it. So for 2020, there's a lot that I want to accomplish and get done, hopefully. I have some goals in mind of what I want to do. So I'm really thankful for the place that I'm living at right now and how little expenses I have, because it gives me the opportunity to work on myself and to also have time to be able to do new things that I want to do. So excited for that. So I want to use that time wisely while I'm here and actually get the most out of my time. So one of the things that I've been wanting to make videos on is my unfinished projects, because I have so many, and for so many different reasons. Either I just gave up, or I got too lazy, or maybe I ran out of stuff, or maybe I found a different product that was similar to what I was making, or who knows, you know? But I have a lot of DIY projects around the house and other projects that I want to work on and finish. So I want to do a series of unfinished projects. So today's unfinished project is going to be finish painting my hydro flask. This is as far as I got. What I wanted to do is paint a mountain landscape on there. I got this right around the time that I figured out what a Vesco girl is. But I didn't get it because Vesco girl. I got it because I needed to drink more water, because I need to work on my health. So this is what I painted so far. It's supposed to be a mountain and some hills and a lake and some flowers. So let's go inside and finish painting my 50-ounce hydro flask. It's a half right now. Okay, so I actually remember why I stopped painting this one, and that is because my phone died last time I was recording, and so I gave up. But now I would really like to finish painting it, and you can see it's starting to chip off. That's okay, because we can cover it up. This is the photo that I'm using to kind of go off of. I did a Bob Ross painting a little while ago with acrylics, and so obviously you're supposed to use oil, but I use acrylics. But this kind of gives me an idea on how I'm kind of need to paint my water bottle to get the effects that I want. So I'm super excited for that. So I'm gonna grab some paints, my paint bucket, and we will begin. I have my cup of water that I almost just spilled. Cup of water. My nasty paint palette. My paint brushes. And Hydro Peak. Sorry, it's not a hydro flask. It's a Hydro Peak. Not sponsored. So the first things that we need to paint on here is finish painting in our mountain range, which I think is pretty much good. I just want to go everything with an extra layer of paint. We want to fill in our lake right here with a darker blue. Our grass is already kind of good. We just need to go over it. And then we can start the detailed process of adding shadowing and lighting and our flowers and all that good stuff. So we're gonna mix some, if I can open it, some white. This is just, I have a bunch of different paints. A lot of them were given to me as a gift and they were already pre-used, which I don't mind. Paint is paint. So I got a cream coat by Delta Artist acrylic paint. That's what I'm using for my white today. And this is one that I bought for my Bob Ross birthday party. It is a Liquitex art acrylic color, and it's black. It's the basics. Just want to add a little smidgen. I'm going to do this off to the side because black can really... Black is pigmented when you're painting, so a drop too much and your whole color can be ruined when you're mixing. So even that's probably plenty. And we just want to mix it up. We get a nice gray. All right. Good enough for me, I think. I think I'll add a smidgen more black. There we go. That's a little better. Let's just have fun with it. Let's have fun with it. Make our own Bob Ross painting, basically, on a water bottle. All right. Painting mountain time. Make sure this is nice and tight. We don't want it leaking while we're painting. So I'm gonna go in and paint these mountains. So I want kind of a small square brush. This one should be perfect. All of my paintbrushes that I have right now are Royal and Langnickel. And I'm pretty sure I bought these. I actually think these are watercolor brushes. So I shouldn't be using them for acrylic, but oh well. I bought these at Walmart. I'm pretty sure. I like to use an old rag to wipe my paintbrushes on when I'm painting. So we dry this off a little bit, get some paint, and let's go to town on my mountains. It's okay if they don't look exactly like they're supposed to. Just as long as you get the idea of what it is. And it'll still turn out because it doesn't have to be a replica, it's just giving us some inspiration on what direction that we want to paint from. And I'm talking about the picture. It doesn't have to look exactly like the picture. I'm painting a little mountain, coloring in the spots. So unless I put like a specific lacquer on here to kind of seal in this paint, this acrylic paint is not waterproof, not dishwasher safe, so it'll come right off. So this is gonna be like a hand wash only kind of thing for a while, unless I put some paint on it, but I don't mind. I only drink water out of this anyway, and it's really easy to just kind of give it a good rinse out and clean it. So I'm kind of going over the green that I did before. I don't mind. I'm just kind of taking my time, making mountains. Making my own mountain range. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's just gotta be painted. And in the end, it all kind of comes together. Alright, so I got a good enough mountain range. It looks kind of messy. Okay, here we go. So that looks pretty darn good. Now I want to refill in this green and let this dry, and then we will add some shadowing to the rest. So now we're gonna mix up our green mountains, and I might, it's wet, and I might make the mountains a little bit lighter. No, I'm gonna stick with the same color. This is a Daler-Rowney acrylic color. And simply acrylic, and it just came in an art set that one of my friends gave me. So let's squish some of this paint up, make it easier to come out. And I'm gonna use this little slot. Oh my gosh! Okay, so it's very kind of turquoisey. So I think I'm gonna add a little bit of. I'm gonna add a little bit of this ceramic coat. This is acrylic. Okay, it's the same as my white paint. This is one that was This is one that was given to me for my birthday. It's very watery, but it has the color pigment that I want. Gross. And stir it over here. We've got lots of green now. We don't have to worry about that. Yeah, that's more of a color I think I'm wanting. No. I think I'm gonna add just a smidge of black to get that deeper color I'm looking for. Just about that much. Just itty bitty now. And swirl, mix. I'm going to use the same brush that I used earlier. Slide this over. Make sure my paint is dry. That's the one thing I do like about acrylics, and also kind of hate, is that they dry really quickly. So, hopefully you guys can see what it is. Yeah, it's definitely not the same shade as before. This paint is very liquidy. Very not opaque. I never know. This paint is not opaque. It's very thin. Which, you know, Posca pens on this would probably be really great. You should invest. Okay, so now I need to kind of define out my mountain. And I don't think it really matters too much how we do this. I just want to get some edges. One of the problems that I have, and one of the reasons that I don't finish projects, is because if it's not turning out the way that I want it to while I'm doing it, I get bored and I want to quit. And that's the problem I have, because all those times that when I did get bored and I pushed myself to finish what I was doing, I loved the results, or I came to really love the results and was able to learn from it and wanted to do more. So that's part of the reason why I'm doing this series, and I'm like pushing myself to do that because I want to enjoy what I do and not feel so guilty for not completing something. And it's just more of, you know, a personal accomplishment. These spots where the paint is chipped through and you can see the blue, I think I might go over them a couple times, let the paint dry. Certain spots. One of the reasons why I wasn't posting as much as I was is because I got a lot of anxiety about what people were going to think about what I was making and doing it as people-pleasing videos, or why I was doing it. And that's something that I'm trying to really move away from, because I'm a huge people-pleaser and I need to remember that, you know, people-pleasing tendencies can be extremely self-destructive, and that I need to be doing with what I want to do and what my gut tells me to do. And so, you know, this was something that I wanted to do more because it was like a self-discipline thing of finishing my projects, but also because, you know, it's what I wanted to do and not what I thought people might want to see. And I think that's really important for all these videos. And, you know, that is something that I like tend to overthink a lot when it comes to my videos. Is this something that someone does want to see, or is it even worth the time? And I just have to do it, you know, do what I want to do, and if people like it, people like it, and if they don't, you know, hey, that's not it wasn't my goal for my channel. My goals for my channel, you know, is to do what I want to do and share that with my friends and others, and also, you know, try to help inspire people and or give advice on, you know, mental health tips. So now I'm going to do the water, the little lake. And then I'm gonna come back in with some of this green. No. Let's do the lake, and then we'll do the shading of the mountain. Yeah. So the water in this picture is pretty light blue, but I want to use some of this blue and some of the gray. And you know, the thing I don't like about these big bottles, it's hard to do precision small amounts of paint. Oh no, it's good to use a paint spatula to mix your paints instead of your brushes, from what I've learned, because it can mess up your paints. And this is part of the reason why I don't like acrylics. They dry so quickly in my paint pan that I can't mix them. I have yet to use oils. Hopefully in a Bob Ross painting I'll do that. Okay, so we're going to use this darker paint right here. We're going to fill in our water. I do actually really like this for a watercolor. Not a watercolor, but for the color of the water. Oh, it's very similar to what we already had on there. Maybe I'll put a little more of the blue. Yeah, that's nice. And this is just kind of a pond, which this one is a big struggle to kind of paint actually, because the way that the pond is in this photo is a different kind of depth than just coming forward. It's like up, flat, and up again, which is a very hard art perspective that I'm not used to, so it's a good challenge. So now I'm going to add a little bit more gray to this blue and use it for the mountains to create my different light, or my different textures so we can see. Maybe just more black? Ooh. Why am I using my paintbrush? So yeah, now I'm going to add some black to this bluish gray color I've made, and we're going to use it to put in texture on the mountain, and a little bit of shading for a mountain. And the blue is good for shadowing because it shows shadows better. It gives them that coolness that shadows have. Not like, ooh, just super cool, but like temperature. I don't know. Okay, so what I learned from Bob Ross is when we're doing our mountains, we just, you know, you're normally supposed to get a knife and go wah, 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 and make little lines downward showing like texture of the mountain, making it not just one-dimensional but two-dimensional. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint my lines like this and then brush stroke them down, because my painting knife does not work that great. So then we go like this, and this is gonna give us that mountain shading we are looking for. I think. I don't know. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Or, you know, it might just look really bad. We'll see. Alright, doesn't look like what I wanted it to, but it's okay. I should look at my other painting. Okay, so it actually goes up to the tip and then down like this on my other painting. Oh, what I did, I painted this backwards. I'm doing the shadowing backwards. You're supposed to do the tip and then drag it down, but I went on the other side. Oh well. That's okay. We're just trying to have a good time. Our light sources don't have to make sense in this. It's not real. I'm going to take this green that we made earlier. I'm going to use a different paintbrush. I'm going to use this round one and get it wet so it's not super dry. Dip it into this green that I made. And we're going to go up kind of how it is in the picture and just kind of create some greenery in our mountains. Just by simply plop, 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 plop. Plop, 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 plop. Don't know what I'm doing. I'm just having a good time painting my water bottle. Okay, add a little bit of this gray. Alright, I'm not sure how much you guys missed, but what I'm going to do, because the sky is a little bit red from the sunset, is I'm going to make some pinkish reddish and put it on the bright spots of my mountain to kind of show a lighting source. Try to, at least. Even though in the picture, the lighting source is coming from this way. But oh well. I'm still learning, and that's okay. So I'm gonna use this Marigold Americana acrylic paint. Also, I think just got this as a hand-me-down paint. I don't even know how much is. Oh, too much. I'm gonna use this Cadmium Red Academy acrylic paint. Oh, ewy. Just gonna wipe that off. Oop. And I'm gonna add some white. Oop. Oop. That's a lot of paint. Now I'm gonna clean my speckle off. I touched it. Cleaned off my spatula. Spatula, but you know, it's a spatula. I'm gonna mix it up. Mix. Okay. That's all mixed up. Let's clean my little thingy off. This little round brush. I'm gonna use the smallest amount. Oh, it's not clean. Okay. Use the smallest amount of paint. Fortunate, I know, because I made so much. And we're gonna just, I think this is too much. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. This one is on here. Trying to give it some color. That's it. Just want to show. I'm going with my fingers, see if I can lighten it up. Just trying to show that sunset is approaching. Alright, why don't I go back in with my tiny brush and we'll add some more white to this blue that this gray that we've made. That's a lot of white. That's a lot of damage. And we're gonna mix it up. Get that nice gray back. And we'll kind of define our mountains again. I'm just going to kind of do it lightly and then just leave it at that, because I'll still let it have some of that mountain texture. Feed them, you're okay. Can I fix? Going in with this darker color again. I'm gonna try and redo. Okay, okay. Starting to look a little bit better. Tip down. Shade. That doesn't look too bad. Now in the painting, the light source is coming this way, but in my painting, my light source is coming this way. So whatever. Alright. Gonna go back in a little bit more with those mountains. Or the bushes that are near it, they're the trees. Make sure it's all kind of blended. Any mistakes I have made, though I don't think I can hide them all. Oh, I would like to paint my sky. So I like the color I have. I think I'm just going to add more blue to it, and a little bit of pink. That orangey reddish color that we made. Mix it up. Mix it up, mix it up, mix it up, mix it up, mix it up. I didn't mix it completely thoroughly because I kind of want to give it that light texture. So I'm gonna come in with my little round brush and I'm just gonna dab everywhere to create my clouds. There we go. Dab some more over here. It's okay if it's darker or lighter in some places. Get some of this orange. Paint it underneath. That's a lot of orange. Come back in with this one. There we go. That's what we wanted. Trying to show that there's a sunset. There, that's pretty good. I give this painting some color and add some plants to it. First, I think what I'm gonna do is kind of add some more color differentiation, some color texture on my mountain. So I'm gonna mix it in with some of this gray, the green, and just kind of, you know, just kind of plop it on there. Give it some texture and some color. Okay, so we want to start off with little tiny flowers. I think we'll paint just this section. So I'm gonna do little tiny flowers back here and then bigger ones up here to try and show perspective. So I want some of these little orange fellers, and I'm gonna go some of this yellow. It is called Butter Yellow by the Cerama Coat by Delta. Cerama? I don't know. Blue. I'm not actually gonna add any different color to that because I like the color. And I want some of these color for red flowers. This is by Basics. Nice deep red. And let's do some of this nice bright green. This is the Daler-Rowney, which I think came from Walmart in the art pack. And let's see if I got a nice purple one here. Roseberry. This was also given to me with my birthday supplies. Put some of this right here. Reminds me of old ladies' houses. I just feel like they have a lot of old stuff that's that color. Which I don't blame, it's a pretty color. Very pretty. Okay, let's paint some flowers. I'm gonna use this for a center of my flower. And we'll paint some sunflowers, I guess, or daisies. So I'm painting bigger ones down here. And smaller ones back here to kind of show perspective. Some of this Butter Yellow. Paint some petals. This kind of looks like a weird sun. Probably because I'm not using any shading hard to see actual detail or the direction, the perspective of the flower. I'm just gonna give these tiny little flowers back here a little bit of yellow around them. Try and suggest some size and perspective. Now let's go in and make some kind of like foxtail looking or foxglove flowers. So I'm doing that by just making kind of a, just dotting and making a little bit of a tube. Different size ones. Little pyramids. Try and suggest that we're making a column of flowers, getting skinnier at the top. I'm just kind of making some little dots. I don't know. Dennis suggests that there's some flowers. Maybe if I mix in some blue with this lighter blue that we made from earlier. Give us some good texture. Flowers, flowers. We're suggesting that we're painting flowers. Now I'm going to go in with this brighter green that I have and kind of create some stems. And I think, yeah, I'll use this paintbrush. Go with this light green. Get some stems. Just going to try and paint in some lines. Little tiny lines, just whoop, 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 to suggest flower stems. This is just a suggestive painting because, like I said, it became an impressionist painting. About as good as it's gonna get for me. I could add more, but I also kind of find it useless to a certain extent because it is just a water bottle and we'll probably wipe off. So I'm gonna sign it and then we'll be done. So we'll go 1-20. That's the year we live in now. Alright guys, this is what I made. Yay! Finally finished. We finished my first unfinished project, my water bottle, and I would say, you know, didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it, but it still turned out pretty cute. And I can always go in later and fix the details if I want. So I think this was a good video idea. I hope you guys thought it too and liked it. So make sure to leave your comments down below and like it if you want to see more. Bye! Be kind to yourselves.